incorporated companies that Brad Raffensperger has? We would like to know an answer to that question. When we look at incorporated company, I believe that is public record.
I know about the law of defamation. I know about the damn crooked FBI too. I represent Richard Jewell. I know about fraud. I asked a company called DeVita. Stole $495 million of your taxpayer money. I got it back for you. The law of defamation says that if you make a false statement against somebody that's defamatory, they can sue you. Listen carefully, Governor Kemp. Listen carefully, Brad Raffensperger. I state as a matter of fact that you are criminals. You took money from Dominion. You took money from China with the COVID purchase. And I damn well bet you will never sue me because the truth will prove that I am right. You need to go to jail. Follow the money. Follow the money. These fat cats sitting around spending your money, giving it to China, sticking it in their families' pockets. That's not America. This country's got to get back to the truth. This is what you're here for. You're here because you love truth. And I love truth too, and I know as a matter of fact, spiritually and factually, that only the truth will set you free. Follow the money. Find the truth. Let the people of Georgia know the truth, and let's get some new people running this state. Another question.
All right. How many people here voted early in person? How many people? Okay. Because at the precinct where I voted early in person, in Dunwoody, at the Dunwoody Library, they did something illegal. I spoke with a congressperson yesterday who had me back up when I told him the story, and he was mortified to hear what I told him. I told him that after I pressed the stuff and the piece of paper came out, my daughter was with me, we were corralled over to a poll worker who looked at the top of the ballot for the QR code to tell us which scanner to scan our votes in. Did that happen to anyone else, or was it just in my precinct? How many other people did it happen to? Did they touch your ballot? A lot of people? Yes. Were there two separate scanners? For everybody? No? Okay, well it was illegal. They're not allowed to look at your ballot at all, and why? Why did they have us scan into two separate scanners? One for Biden and one for Trump. Did you know that the user manual for Dominion teaches them how to delete batches of ballots? Did you know that? Did you know that?
I'll tell you what I didn't know. I voted in person, Buckhead Library. I never knew that my vote was going to leave Fulton County, pass through Venezuela, Canada, find its way over to Barcelona or Frankfurt, and that I had cast it, and we just learned this, on a machine with software that is 75% owned by the Communist Party of China. I didn't vote on a Chinese machine. I would never have done it. We've got to get back to simple rules. They had one of the most legitimate elections in recent history in Iraq. They voted by fingerprint. It's not that hard. Think about the millions and millions and millions of your dollars that have been wasted running them back through these China machines. He who has nothing to hide hides nothing. What is Brian Kemp hiding? What is Brad Raffensperger hiding? Follow the money, follow those corporations. Find out what really happened to your vote and who sold it to China. Gina Haspel. Gina Haspel's the director of the CIA. Well, President Trump doesn't ask for my advice. If he did, I'd give it to him about Gina Haspel. Fire Gina Haspel yesterday. And fire Christopher Wray last week. The deep state permeates the Democrats. It permeates the Republicans. Donald Trump is fighting both parties right now. The Republicans are not helping him. The Democrats are not going to ever help him. They want to get him out of office even so bad they cheat openly. The only people that are helping Donald Trump are people like you and me. We, the people, are helping Donald Trump because we know that Donald Trump loves the people. I spoke with a close friend of the president's 6 months ago, and he told me the first time the president ran, he was thinking about building up his brand, and then he decided to get out and not run. And then he went across the country and he talked to the people. And he decided to run because he knew the people didn't have representation. He ran for you, the people. So he's not going to stay in office because of the Republican Party. He's going to stay in office because we, the people, demanded it. When we voted for him, I've looked at the real numbers. He won over 410 electoral votes. He won damn near every state, including California. 80 plus million votes. We're not going to let them steal our election. We're not going to let them steal our country. And we will die before we'll ever let them steal our freedom. When I tell you it's 1776 again, there were 56 men that signed the Declaration of Independence. They were pretty well off. They'd been in America for 100 plus years. They had a lot to lose. The families, the plantations, the fortunes, the good names that they had built up over the first 100 years before 1776. 56 men signed the Declaration of Independence. Remember this part of that declaration. We pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. And most of them lost their fortunes. Many of them lost their lives. But they did it for their children and their grandchildren and the generations to come because they did it for freedom. It's our time now. Pledge your life, your fortune, your sacred honor to keep this country free. This is our country. Keep America free. God bless every one of you. Go to the governor's mansion. Go to the state capitol. Blow your horn. Send a message. This is America. We're going to keep it free. God bless you all. God bless America.
Thank you all for listening to me. I'm from Florida, and I'm also an attorney, but I'm not an attorney in Florida. I'm an attorney up north. I came down here because I helped on the Trump campaign this year in 2016. And I know Georgia went for Trump. And I know Georgia went for Purdue and Loeffler. Okay. So I got credentials, I went to the election office in Fayette County. While I was waiting in line, I saw a man and a lady in distress. I talked to them, I found out James Jacobs and his wife Cheryl tried to vote in person on the day of, like they've done many, many years prior, way back from 2000. They were told, no, you can't vote. You already voted by mail. They said, no, we did not. We want to vote in person. They were forced to they were given a provisional ballot. I think it was done by force. They were never told, bring those ballots that you never asked for down to the office. We'll tear them up and you can vote in person. They were never told that. They were just told you can vote by provisional mail. They voted by provisional mail and it was put in a sealed box. They asked me, could you help us get some paperwork, some kind of evidence that our vote counted for Trump, Perdue, and Lochner? I said, I'll do the best I can. When I went back to the office on Saturday, I spoke to someone. She printed it out. They eventually got the printout, but the printout does not show who they voted for. It doesn't show that they voted for Donald Trump. So I want to thank Miss Powell and Mr. Wood. I consider you brother and sister in the law. You're my mentors and I love you. And God bless you and keep you strong. And I'll help you any way I